Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm junk journaling. So come on along. Well, I'm not going to properly start this video until tomorrow, but I have a few minutes and I just want to glue some things down because I have all this trash sitting on the table here. And I wanted to get some of this into the journal. So I'm just going to work on gluing down a few pages, but really make this video tomorrow. Does that make any sense? Okay. Well, I have another bird feeder bird. I did the rose-breasted grosbeak. And now today's bird is the brown-headed cowbird. And I have a piece of that fabric I got at the yard sales. I have my picture of my brown-headed cowbird that I pulled out of this book, Backyard Birds. Got some neat pictures in it. And I have a piece of a tissue box from here. You didn't think I was going to get trashy in this journal, did you? Did you? Ha, ha. Well, I am. All right, so I'm just going to make like a little collage here. And I have an ATC from Wanda. For some reason, I thought it went with this bird. I can't always explain my reasoning. But I just thought I'd make a little collage. Use Wanda's ATC and just do some journaling over here, I guess. So I'm just going to glue these pieces in, and when they're dry, I'm going to do some journaling, and then I'm going to work on another page. Look at that beautiful batik material. I got at a yard sale for a very good price. Okay, I just glued that in with a little tacky glue. And now I'm going to glue the bird. Whoops, let's go over there. My brown-headed cowbird. I glue him in. Brown-headed cowbirds are very interesting birds. They are called nest parasites. And what they do is look for a nest that another bird has made. And when the female is not on the nest, you know, it might be a bird like a robin or whatever, the female cowbird will dash over and lay an egg. Sometimes they may push the other eggs out of the nest, but they lay their eggs in other birds' nests, and then they take off. And they leave the other bird to hatch their eggs and raise their babies. And the problem is the cowbirds are a little bit on the big side. And if they lay their egg in a smaller bird's nest, when all the babies hatch, the cowbird babies are going to be bigger, and therefore they will hog up all the food. And so the other babies may not survive. What's that story where Horton the elephant gets on the nest of the daisy bird because she needs a break, and she flies away and takes a vacation, and she leaves Horton the elephant to hatch her egg out? I gotta look that up. Hold on. Well, if you knew there was a change coming, raise your hand. Instead of the ATC, we've got Horton hatches the egg. And I wrote nest parasite down there. I did my journaling, brown-headed cowbird at the bird feeder. And this was actually the day before the rose-breasted grosbeak. So this was May 6th, 2021. All right, now I'm going to do my cookie page because I made some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. So I have a picture of a batch of cookies. I got my gluten-free cookie mix. I've got my mini chocolate chips, gluten-free, wheat-free, peanut-free, tree nut-free, dairy-free, soy-free, casein-free, egg-free, sesame-free, sulfite-free, lupin-free, mustard-free, fish-free, shellfish-free, and crustacean-free. This is what you call freedom food. All right, I think I'll put that right next to the bird. Do another little blue theme here. And I'm going to work on some ideas, and then I'll be back. What I did was sew the chocolate chip bag right onto the front of the gluten-free cookie mix. And then I pasted this onto the page. I had to switch pages because I was going to do it here, but the cookie bag opens this way, so I couldn't have it opening down here. And I am making a card to go in the bag. And this is a gift from Zena, Bohemian gypsy wanderer, musician, artist, or writer who lives a free, spirited life and believes in truth, freedom, and love. I should put in chocolate chip cookies right there, right? And my chocolate chip cookies are on the back. And I'll probably put some ribbon on this. And I'll probably put something right there. And I'm thinking about, I cut this off the top of the box, King Arthur. And this is a little tag I got from, I got from Zena. And I might put that up there. And so I'm going to be working on that. But it's almost time to call it quits for today, but I will finish this tomorrow, and then I'll throw this video in with the one I make tomorrow. I started working on this yesterday, and so far I've glued down the front to the cookie mix, added a little elephant there. Just a little one. I took the King Arthur Baking Company off the box and added this little boho tag that I got from Zena. Got a little peacock feather on there, so I added some eyelash yarn and a ribbon across the back. And I added some ribbon to the chocolate chip bag and some bling to match the little bling up here on the little orange crown. And then I took this card, I think I showed this already, added some eyelash and some ribbon. The cookies are on the back. But what's bothering me here is that this bag is too big, and I think what I might try to do is sew it, because I tried gluing it and it didn't stick to the inside of the bag because it's foil, and then stick this in from the top. And if I sew it there, then it won't be falling out, because this is just going to be falling out because it's just too loose. That bothers me, so I got to fix it. All right, I'm going to try and sew this. See how that works. Well, I did some hand stitching on the little chocolate chip bag. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Just some funky brown stitches. And now I feel better about my card. My chocolate chip card, and we'll put it right in there. So now it won't fall out every time I open the book. And I like my little boho chocolate chip cookie page. I like to come up with these really weird combinations. The other thing is I keep going back to my birdie page and thinking, this bird needs something. So I've got batik material. I got a magazine, a picture out of a book. I got the Kleenex box, and I got the Horton Hatches the egg, because that reminds me of this bird being a nest parasite, but to me it's just too plain. Now on this page, I don't have much on the page, but I really like it. It's a smaller page. I got really bright material. I got all these colors next to it. Got my flower with the bling. I did my journaling, and I like that, but I don't like this page. I mean, I like the page, but I feel like it needs something, and for some reason, this didn't get put away when I was looking at some die cuts, and I like this on here. I kind of like it with these colors. And I want to put something blingy on there. So I got some of these Tiffany blue, which I think will match that really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and bling it up and then see if I like it. Well, I glued down my little bird die and a little bling. I added just a little bit of greenery. I like to tie all the elements together, and this to me was just too disjointed. I needed to add more layers. And I'm looking at the little bird, and I have a little tiny feather. And I think I'm going to glue a little tiny feather on the bird, like that. And I may add one more thing up there before I'm done. Okay, well now I'm happy. I added 2 orange butterflies because you know what? I introduced some orange over here with the title of the little book here. So you need to have orange in 3 places. I got my little real feather. I think these little tiny feathers come out of my down comforter. Sometimes it sheds. I got my die cuts and my bling, my brown-headed cowbird. And I'm happy with that page, and I'm happy with the other page, my cookie page, and you know what? I'm going to call this video because I've already started my Mother's Day spread, but that's going to probably run over several pages. And the first thing that I did was glue down this vintage lilac border wallpaper. And I got out an old card and some pictures. So this is going to run a few pages. So I'm going to be working on that. Plus I have some other things I need to do. One is I have to get my ATC cards out in the mail. And this is some really pretty wrapping paper that Dolores had sent me. And I made 2 vintage cards. Isn't that pretty? Made a little flower cluster, first time I've done that. Added a little bling and a little pearl. Some vintage images on the front and back. I lined my little pocket or paper bag or whatever you want to call it. And I made a matching one. Another little flower cluster with little blings and leaves. Antique on the front and back. So I got to get these out in the mail. Got to go decorate the envelope and get these ready to send out. And then I went to the flea market and I bought a couple of books this time. It only cost me a few dollars, and I figured, well, this is a lot of paper for a few dollars. Get this out of the way. And one is I wanted some of these Beatrix Potter images because I have a couple of her books, but I didn't want to tear them up. So this only cost me a couple bucks and got beautiful pictures in it. So I'll be using this book to take images out of, and I'm just going to rip it up. Cute little kitty pictures. So I'll be using the illustrations from this, and then I saw this antique book called Chums, and I think chums meaning friends, and this is from 1938. I guess it's an annual, Chums annual, and And also the illustrations in this one are really, really cool. Look at that vintage airplane. And it's sort of like pirates, and I got all that pirate stuff from Dolores, and it's got old cars in here. Kind of Art Deco illustrations. It's really a cool book. So I'm going to take some of these illustrations. Look at that. Gorgeous. Ooh, somebody put a leaf in here. That's what I always do. I stick leaves inside of books. I wonder how long that's been in there. Got color illustrations, black and white illustration. Well, anyway, so these books are, look at all the paper here. Lots and lots and lots of paper in that one, and lots and lots and lots of paper in that one. So I figured for a couple bucks, this is a lot of paper that I could play with. You don't always have to buy fancy paper at the store, you know. You can use other sources like old books, especially if you get them for really cheap, right? Go look at a bookshop. Tag sale, flea market, boot sale, whatever. Yard sale. Okay, well, I'm done layering that page. I'm very happy. I'm done layering this page. I'm very happy. And I keep repeating the same things over and over again. So let me just end this video by saying thanks for coming along today. Happy junk journaling. Don't forget to use your garbage. Bye-bye now.